I don't like how zoomed in it is. Sorry, we have chat already. Give me a second. Uh, all messages. There we go. Got Trisha and Denise. Okay. Hi. Wow, that is just overexposed. Hold on. What's going on, guys? It is Thursday night. I kind of forgot it was Thursday, to be totally honest. This week's been a little bit weird between work and doing other stuff and not feeling great the other day, sleeping all day. This whole week's been off. So, I don't really have anything to do for a normal reaction tonight, so I figured come and hang out with you guys. Hope you can hear me okay. I don't have a microphone plugged in. Going just purely off the phone. So, yeah, already ate dinner with the wifey, and I was actually falling asleep in the recliner. So, that's that. So, how's y'all's week been? Also, tomorrow we'll do all of the Halloween songs and videos and stuff like that. Trisha was bringing that up for tonight. I'm like, let's do it tomorrow. Everybody's putting out Halloween music for the weekend, so it is. Yeah, it's probably true. Oh, my knee has been like bothering me like for the last few days. It's like the cool weather. Sitting on my duff as much as possible. I mean, there's that. Yeah. Also, doing kind of the same. I have one review I need to do, but because I was searching for some stuff that I was convinced was here, everything's a mess. I have to like get my review set back in order, stuff like that. I got one more review to do to finish out October, and I've just been kind of lazy. Like I said, just haven't been like I napped a little bit today, like not very long. Like there was a period of time where I was napping like 2 or 3 hours like every single day. Like that's just not good. So getting ready to move. That ain't good. That ain't fun. Um, but yeah, I need to either need to find motivation or need to figure out why I'm so tired. And I got to go get my yearly physical for work, which sucks. Hey Joyce. And they're supposed to let me know about that a couple weeks in advance, so I have time. And instead, they let me know this morning. By the way, your physical has expired. Go get another one. Yep. Yes, as Denise asked, where'd you moving? I mean, we don't need an address, specifically, but just moving to another place. Well, not staying. Just had to put my puppers down. Oh, Tuesday. Sorry to hear that, April. Thailand. Okay. Greetings from starting to get chilly Central California. Happy autumn. Yes, happy autumn. Everyone coming into the bad news of a dog being put down. So everybody, is what it is. So I am very sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, it's a reality of life that that has to happen. Sadly, um, but best sometimes it's sadly it's the best thing you can do for an animal you love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like when we had to put down Phoebe, that was well, I say we. Technically, it was her mom who had to call the vet and whatnot. That was pretty soul crushing. She had a stroke. They think she had a brain tumor and had a big old stroke. Half her body was paralyzed, and she was just not doing good. She couldn't eat, couldn't go to the bathroom. Well, I guess she could eat, she couldn't go to the bathroom, and just eventually just had to do the thing. It's pretty bad. I've only had to sadly put down a small handful of animals, but doesn't mean I haven't lost animals. Like when my parents took my dogs to the pound. That sucked. Yeah. Still feel like I need to wake up a little bit. I think it's just Mexican food. Mexican food just like brought down the energy. You know. Actually, I wasn't doing too bad this afternoon, but it just sucks. Perfect sad. Yeah. 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 That's also true. I mean, my dad had to put down my first dog. That just he just wasn't doing good because of old age. You know. And he was, instead of taking him to the vet, though, my dad just went out back. You know, pulled an old yeller, unfortunately. You know, when you're out of the country, you can kind of do those things. But he was such a big dog, he would have been hard to take to the vet and try to bring back home to bury. Plus, they don't always give you that option. But I mean, that was shit. That was in the '90s, so I don't know. Different time, different place. I'm not sure. But anyway, beard is not cooperating. So what else is going on with you guys? Yeah, I'm sorry, Will. John was talking about wanting to move to San Antonio, but don't know why he's suddenly moving to Thailand. But it is what it is. Sometimes it's work, military, other. It's a good place to retire, I guess. Mm. See, I told you I was tired. Um, what was I just thinking? Oh, yes, new episode. No, there's no Thailand in Texas that I know of. New podcast episode went live last night. It's a pretty good one. We finally got back to it, and Mike actually returned to the podcast. So, if you've been listening for a while, well, I guess that's probably a good deal, I guess. But you have to get there. You're in human form. That's terrible. Um, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, podcast. So Mike actually came back for the first time in 3 months. So that was fun. I have another podcast because we recorded one on Monday, right behind the one we did on Sunday, and we've got to get that together to go out next week. No, I don't think there's going to be any bonuses. I have to look at it because it was pretty long. It was about 3 hours. So you think you listened to it? I thought you were in the stream last night, Christine. I was re-listening to it this morning, and I realized, of course, last night that I forgot to bleep out someone's name. But sometimes it's not that big a deal. You know, sometimes it's super important. Other times, yeah. I think you popped in for a minute, Denise. There was a few people watching, but didn't say anything. So it is what it is. It was good to get back to podcasting, though. Like, we've had so much to talk about and just no time to do it. I've been there. Nice folks, great food, beach, blah, blah. Yeah. It's pretty crazy that you gotta move to an entire other side of the world to have affordable rent. Pizza rolls, yes. We had the discussion about pizza rolls, how you never had them. Excuse me. As beer's gotten a little old. Need to buy some more of these beers that are just easy drinking. So I don't always have to have heavy beers on hand. Or hard liquor for that matter. Oh, I knew I forgot something I wanted to do from last week. I wanted to do the naughty croissant. That's right. I've just been so busy on the backside that I forgot about the naughty croissant stuff. Christmas season has officially started. Southern Comfort eggnog hit the shelves. Their vanilla spice is wonderful. Well, I mean, like, they already had Christmas, like, creamers and Christmas cakes and stuff like that are already going up. So I mean, Halloween hadn't even hit officially because people start like celebrate Halloween the entire damn month instead of going for the actual day. It's like it's a Halloween season instead of one whole day. No, we didn't miss Halloween. It hasn't happened yet. It's Monday. Halloween is friggin' Monday, and people are just jumping to Christmas. People are doing all their Halloween parties and everything this weekend. Even the Renaissance is doing their Halloween night on Saturday, and I guess Sunday too. Um, I saw my first Christmas ad online today. Yeah, I did too. I saw one actually not today, but like last weekend. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna go back during our sorrows and Jack Daniel's watermelon punch. Ooh, that sounds good. I want some of that. I didn't see that question. Be live streaming tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow will be Halloween party. So yeah, I'm not gonna try to stream on Monday. We're just gonna do all our Halloweening tomorrow. Yep. My Halloween's used to spent on Castro Street. Okay. I don't know where Castro Street is. Keep seeing stuff from Black Friday. Yeah, seeing Black Friday sales, seeing all kinds of Amazon notifications for sales, also getting a ton of spam emails for like nonsense that I never would do. I feel like I need to get rid of my original email address that I've had for like 20 some years because like it's so much like 80% of what I get is just spam and like junk. It's like I feel like I need to create like another personal email account and like keep the main Shoky business account like related to things and then just go from there. Like just dump that one for any important websites, change the email address, and then just abandon that email entirely, you know? About 8 a.m. and Friday in Thailand. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, go reminisce and try to feel better. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. So, but yeah, well, we'll keep you in our thoughts, April. And yes, I keep playing with my beard because it annoys me that this side is different. Like it always wants to sit down and be like under here, and then this one's poking out. I hate it. See, I still have my original Hotmail account. Good God. I mean, all email is free, like unless you're paying for like a private server. But like, I'm just trying to figure like all these damn websites to sell your information so that you just start getting spam nonsense. Thinking about changing my email for the same reason. Yeah, yeah, same here, Eric. Yeah, well, obviously you. It's been a long day. I was out in the sun too long today. I hung out at work talking to a bunch of younger coworkers today. I was like the old guy, the old wizened guy, and because they were talking about stuff, and I'm like, "Ooh, we're dishing." Okay, so it was like I got back to work, and I was like, "Okay." I was like, I'll just go ahead and punch out and just hang out. So we're all standing outside like fools. Sure, I have sunburn. I have two standard ones I use. One main Yahoo for everything, second Hotmail. Old chat handle, nice. So my original AOL email address from '95. Good God. I remember my AOL email address, but I have zero access to it, so I assume it doesn't exist anymore. Uh, fuck nuggets. Yes, fuck nuggets. Apparently I cursed too much. I'm sorry. Inaccessible to kids on Hween. That sounds bad. Really accessible, but kids' parents are lazy these days. Yeah, nobody even trick or treats probably anymore. Most of the time they do like trunk or treats or go to places. Nobody goes. I mean, now that COVID is like gone essentially, or just doesn't matter as much. It's like there's no reason to not go house to house. I mean, like we used to really enjoy it. We used to decorate all kinds of shit at the house, my parents' house growing up, and we had a long driveway, so it was like worth it to have to come all the way to the door. But then we noticed that a lot of people wouldn't come up, so we would just park it at the end of the road. With my dad would dress up, and we'd have like a fake, like scarecrow dressed up guy in a chair, like sitting there waiting. In case they're rising here again, it just doesn't matter. That's going to be my stance on it. It doesn't matter. It's just part of life now. Who cares? It's like it's just as bad or just as nonchalant as any other thing we have to deal with. and we're still making a big deal out of it when it's not that big a deal. That's my problem with it. You know, it's like just like any other sickness we deal with on a yearly level. Just protect yourself like you would. You know, wash your hands if you come in contact with weird things. If you know people are sick, stay away from them. You know, take precautions with like vitamin C, vitamin D. Like I still weekly take emergency just to get a little boost of zinc and whatnot. Makes you feel better. Take your vitamins, eat well, get some sunlight. You'll be good. Getting flu cases, yeah. Yeah, fossil. Well, I get the like that because I feel like a lot of neighborhoods don't do things anymore, whereas churches and other places are better for doing events. Um, One of my coworkers used to put on a really big Halloween party, and we went for a few years. COVID kind of having a new kid, and then COVID happening kind of killed it for a couple of years. And then apparently it's supposed to happen again this year, but we didn't get an invite, so there's that. You know, got another booster. I think it was fourth, fifth, knocked her off her feet for several days. Yeah, I think that's pretty much pointless at this point too. Even my mom doesn't care. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like my mom, who is susceptible to basically anything, doesn't give a shit anymore. She hasn't gotten anything since the first booster. Like I know we shouldn't talk about these things on YouTube, but fuck it. You know, it's like my mom's got like no immune system. You know, kidneys barely functioning, heart barely functioning, all this nonsense. Really bad COPD, really bad lungs from smoking most of her life. Had COVID, made it. Doesn't even give a shit anymore. Just like, fuck it. Life is life. It's like flu. The flu is more likely to take her out, realistically, at this point. As long as we don't get that special version that they cooked up for experimental reasons. That was stupid. Oh yeah. See, that's what's even stupider. It's like, okay, you're on vacation. Cool. Can I hop? I mean, I guess if you not didn't drive there, but to me, it's been like you caught COVID out on vacation, or at least you. It's like, cool. Everybody hop back in the car. We're gonna drive home. You know, it's like having to sit there in a freaking motel room for ten extra days. They don't even do that shit anymore. It's like 5 days. That's what's even stupider. Like, even my work doesn't acknowledge that people should be out long enough or too long. It's like, oh, cool, it's just positive. Cool, you got 5 days. Get back to work after that. Yeah, exactly. Even the wifey's work is 5 days. You know, and they literally deal with the disease. They're like, cool, if positive, 5 days. Get back to work after that. You know, it's just normal bullshit sickness at this point. And just like every other normal bullshit or sickness, it may kick your ass or it may be nothing. Just kind of what it's supposed to do, you know, unfortunately. You know, even when Mishoki got it, you know, I never had to stay home from work. I didn't have to quarantine away from her. I did for like 2 days while her fever was real bad. I just stayed on the couch, but like coincidentally it started roughly on the weekend, so I was at home anyways, you know. But as my work said, it's like, are you feeling sick? Nope. Do you have a fever? Nope. Have you tested positive? Nope. Well, cool. No reason for you not to keep working. You know, she didn't catch it, and the whole time I had it, she hasn't caught it. She didn't catch it for 3 years while working around COVID patients. You know, so it is what it is. I didn't see that. I hate the chat doesn't just stay on the window for me. The M1. No idea. Not sure what you meant there, but it's okay. You don't have to explain just in case they want to get iffy about the chat. Either way. But yeah, it's just like I still have like one or two coworkers who are still wearing masks. It's like, y okay. It's like why? You know, you're young. You're fine. It's good. Yeah, I will say that the sinus infection I had, it kicked my ass far more than actual COVID did. You know, that was bad. It's like, that's where I lost my wrapped in a blanket because my sister talks too much. That's funny. So wait, are you hiding in the blanket? Is that what you're doing? I also feel like I'm slouching way too much. That's how that's a one-way street to tailbone town is what that is. I don't know. We have so many non sequiturs in chat sometimes. It's just like what? It's like okay. It's like oh hey look here's a it's the Funicorn. Look at it in all its glory. There's no song tonight, but you know I gotta do some Funicorn. Gotta be glad once this October nonsense stops, so I can clean off my desk. It's covered in crap that I had to review. I have to have it all out so that I can get one like final picture of everything from this year, and then after that, I'm just gonna pack it all away in one of these new big boxes I got. It's a magical blanket, or is it? Is it a? Excuse me. Is it the cloak of invisibility? So she doesn't know you're there and won't bother you. Here's a question for you all who've been a part of a long term couple, or at least someone that you've had to sleep next to for an extended period of time. Have you ever faked pretending to be asleep just to avoid conversation, like being in bed? Stopped on my mailbox to get her mail. Brought mine up and oh, 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 gotcha. One of my kiddos after me wanted me to put bubbles in her hair, blowing bubbles with wow. I'm not gonna sing, John. That's not happening. Start crying, BC, yes I did. That's supposed to be because? Yeah, I'm not singing. That ain't happening. I was told repeatedly in the comments section that I can't sing and I shouldn't, so I won't. Plus, I don't have any music. Although I forgot earlier that whenever I had my. Wait, why is this out of order? What the hell, balls? I was going to edit the videos from the Renaissance Festival. And, like, I left my computer just sitting. I just never got around to it. I was married for 55 years, so yes. Nice. Just pretending to be asleep. Like, no, I'm still asleep. It's pretty bad, I know. Yeah, whatever. You know what's funny is my knee doesn't necessarily hurt. It feels cold, for lack of a better term. Like I don't know how else to describe it. Like it was flat out hurting yesterday. I tried wearing a knee brace. It didn't really fit me, I guess, so it wasn't really working out. Never pretended to snore, but sleep, yes. Okay. Yeah, no, it gets pretty obvious when you pretend to snore. Like that's what's funny is like the wifey asks how I know when she falls asleep because she starts snoring. My kid is crying because it's okay. Sorry, I'm rubbing my knee. Put an ice pack on it earlier to see if it would help. Didn't really notice the difference. When you pretend to sleep, you breathe louder. I guess that's true. Like, the hard part is to control your breathing so it doesn't seem like you're awake. Let's see here. Can I pull that down here? I'm trying to find. So, one thing I have not done is find the video of me on stage. I have no idea when it happened. I know it's got to be. Oh, there it is right there, actually. Oh, God. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay. I have not seen this video at all. Like, I filmed it, but I have not actually seen it. Okay. So it's almost an entire clip that's just for that. Okay, cool. So I can clip that. Move that over there. Lead us in the song. Now, why don't you sing in the chat, John? Do I look like a choir leader? I mean, Trisha does Girl Scouts. Trisha could lead us in some Girl Scout songs. That would be kind of, actually, it'd be kind of funny. Okay, hold on. I don't know where this started. Don't want to play the audio just yet. Okay, so what point did I get called up to stage? Somewhere around here. Okay, so I think there was, yeah, there's a whole song. Yeah, there's a whole song before that, so I'll probably clip each one and then go that far. Dear God. Dear God, it's bad. Hey, I want to see the chat. I will. Like I said, I haven't edited it yet. I mean, it's thoroughly embarrassing, and I definitely do not look good on camera, so just know that it will be painful for me to have out there. However, hilarious. Like I said, because I had two different videos from this performance, each about like 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Oh no, the whole thing is 13 minutes, so maybe I'll do the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll just separate it. I'll see. It's already a dirty song. I forgot, you know, it's been like 2 weeks now, so I almost don't remember what all happened. I remember the oddness of being on stage with proper performers. And I remember just how red Miss Shoki's. Now, if I could have filmed this from my point of view on stage, it would have been great. Like if I had a GoPro or something. But I did not. Nessun Dorma. That's funny. Yes, everybody do some operatic singing. That look. It was all worth it. It was all worth it. Okay, so I'm gonna save that so I don't accidentally delete. I'll edit that tomorrow morning. So I'll edit that video quickly tomorrow. I'll like cut out any fluff that I don't need to, because I don't have anything else to do in the morning. Except drink coffee. Drink coffee and be warm. Yeah. Or cold. We're supposed to like the weather's supposed to change. We're supposed to get a whole lot of rain tomorrow, I think, due to the weather changing. That's what people at work told me. Hello. Yeah, everybody needs to sing along, but like maybe go with something in particular. There we go. Why don't you play a game? Put lyrics to a song and I'll try to guess. Yeah. It's like type out lyrics to something and we'll see if we can guess it just by the lyrics. Go one person at a time. Not to roll yours. We had rain Monday and Tuesday. We had rain somewhere, like in the middle of the night. So that, you know, if it rains overnight, I don't give a shit. You know, what do you do? If it rains while I'm at work, I hate it because that's the worst thing about my job. Yeah, yeah, we have rain tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, pretty much if you're getting rain, Denise, I'm getting rain. You know, it's fairly rare that we wouldn't. Oh, god damn, sorry, I can't stop yawning. No idea why I just lost signal. That was odd. What does this do? Oh, it filters. Oh, nice. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this filter for right now. It's all spooky and shit. We're going very spooky flavored. You know, all grainy and black and white. I can't put it in 4x3, but that would be cool. Put it in 4x3 and with the spookiness. I don't know. I never streamed directly from YouTube, so I don't know that there's other things. Looks like there's essentially just. Yeah, these pretty much just Instagram filters. Essentially. Ooh. Or rainbow sherbet. Rainbow sherbet flavor. Just singing in Italian. Whoa. Holy crap. Y'all are stoned. Y'all are stoned. Okay, this is a pretty cool filter. I didn't know there was effects. I thought it was just a color thing. Yeah. Having too much fun. Hurt your head. It's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a neat filter. Now I want to know if the other ones have effects. Hold on. Okay, so this is Dream. Okay, so this is Glamour. I don't think it really has an effect. Beam. Nothing. Okay, 8 mil. I don't like that one. Dawn. We're doing a documentary here. Sepia, of course, we already did that. We'll go this one. Make it real weird. Okay, we'll go back to that one. I said go back to that one. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We'll go full spookiness. Hey, if I can add a filter tomorrow night for Halloween night, that'd be fun. I don't know if I can. This one hurts my eyes. They all hurt my eyes. That's what they do. They're just there for the eyeball hurting. Actually, staring into this ring light hurts my eyes. I need to get some good eye drops for whenever I stream or whenever I have to record for like a long time. Because like staring into like these super bright lights like this. I wonder if what my pothead housemate sees when they get high. Don't know. All I know is I see some weird trippy stuff kind of like that whenever I'm on Ambien. Because I talked about it before. Like one way I'll know when the Ambien is kicked in if I'm on my phone. See on Facebook or something like that. When the letters, especially like my keyboard on my phone, like go 3-dimensional, I know it's kicking in and I need to go to sleep. I don't know, I kind of like the trippy filter. I thought it was cool to have the trails. It's like, I guess that's cool. Like an active filter like this on just built in, just kind of fun. What is over here? Oh, mute microphone. Let's do that. Let's mute microphone. Don't need to hear what I'm saying anyways. Let's reverse the camera just for no reason. And you see trippiness in the ring. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we're just being dumb, but it's fun. There, you guys stare at the ring like, whoa. That was pretty cool. I kind of want the trippy filter on. I think she's outside the door. I'm not sure. Is there shorthand that helps in chats? No, there isn't. And there shouldn't be. Because you could be typing secret messages. Ooh. What makes it weird for me is that the chat disappears while I'm doing this. So let's see the Funicorn in. Funicorn. Also, that's backwards. I forgot to me. One good thing about doing this on my phone is the focus is actually really, really good comparatively. Like I could technically use my phone. I'm gonna turn it off for now because my eyeballs hurt. I could use my phone for streaming if I wanted to, like actually as a camera. I have a stupid app thing on the computer that would allow me to just use my phone as the camera. I don't know if it's worth it though. I was looking at updated webcams earlier. They ain't cheap. Also looking at maybe next year upgrading podcast equipment. I'm not sure. We'll see. I mean, if I was realistically potting with more people live, I would upgrade all the equipment. But because I'm doing it, over the internet, it's another story. You're gonna go lay down? Why are you gonna go lay down? So tired. Why? Okay. Okay, you can't have just declared a time. I'm slow, which is why Shoki is always confused by my comments. Well, like half the time it sounds like you're watching stuff from like 30 minutes ago and commenting on it, John. And other times it seems like you're having your own conversation aside from everyone else. And no one knows who you're talking to. So, live in the now, John. Live in the now. Speaking of which, need to watch some Wayne's World sometime soon. It's one of the greatest movies ever. Changed my mind. Gundams. That was the one to put it time. Yeah. We weren't taking bets on when she was going to come in tonight. It's not a real stream. It doesn't count. Send it to me so I don't forget, Trisha. You know I'll forget. 100% I'm going to forget. So just send it to me. But I did, and I won. But there was nothing to win. Nobody else was playing. You can't be the only one playing and then declare yourself the winner by default. I just said I'm slow. Live in the now, John. Live in the now. Sorry if I have boogers. Can't tell. Ugh, fuck. So what else is going on, guys? What did you eat for dinner? I went to the theater to see Wayne's World, expecting to hate it. Laughed so much I was hurting by the time I finished. Yeah, I saw it as a kid, and then I watched it like a million more times. Wayne's World 2 is a good sequel as well. I feel like it's not quite as good, but it stands on its own as well for basically halfway reliving the same story. But I was listening to the avid endorsement about it every week. I love it says every week. You only eat dinner once a week, Will. Um, I was listening to the avid endorsement Wayne's World review podcast, whatever you want to call it. Went to see Ticket to Paradise. A piece of key lime pie from Raoul's Bakery. Interesting. Okay. Slow now. I didn't get the Scooby Doo ending joke until the third time. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, the multiple endings, the fact they could break the fourth wall, all that kind of stuff. I thought the part where they were doing the sellout thing was the best. Where they were literally just doing ads. Like covered in paraphernalia of different companies, Pepsi, Domino's, all that kind of stuff. I thought that was hilarious. And there are some jokes that I've never gotten until I was older. Like, or just because you don't know what certain words mean when you're a kid. Harry and I had McNuggets. I had 8 and he had 2. You can't. Those aren't for not people. You can't give nuggets to not people. It's not food. Some classifications it probably isn't food. Hell, half time it's not even chicken. That's why they're just called McNuggets. They took the chicken away because that way they don't have to claim there's any chicken in it. Hell, at one point, chicken nuggets were technically classified closer to fish. Cheez-Its to the dogs. That's not as bad. Dog loves McDonald's. I'm assuming that's McDonald's fries specifically by that image. Well, we had the conversation about fast food prices going up, and I went to Sonic for lunch today. I was just craving. I was just craving Sonic, so I said, "Fuck it." I don't feel like coming home to no bread and try to make myself a not sandwich. So I just go to Sonic, and like I didn't even get anything crazy. I didn't even get like anything extra or over or whatever. And it was after adding a tip was $13 when it used to be $9. So, yep. Also, it'd be nice to have a paycheck tomorrow. Not having a paycheck has sucked for the last week. Oh, he doesn't care. Okay, just fries. Well, I mean, I don't think fries is a big deal. It's just potatoes. I mean, probably like anything. Probably don't want to give him too much of any particular human food item. Might make him sick in general. But like I think what is it? Onions, grapes, obviously chocolate. Even though chocolate's not apparently as bad. Um, but yeah, it's weird that you're not supposed to give dogs grapes, but they love them. So it's kind of weird. And I think some dogs, species, breeds. We'll go with breeds. Like can stomach grapes and not actually have any issues, and then other ones will die very quickly. So it's like weird. It's kind of like humans. Some of them have built-in resistances to things. Others will just have an instant deadly allergy. So I don't know. Because I know a friend of mine was giving their new dog grapes without realizing you're not supposed to give grapes to dogs. And like his kids and everything said, don't do that. And he's like, I've never heard of this. And somehow I knew not to give grapes to dogs, or you weren't supposed to. But I remember that my parents gave our dachshund grapes because she loved them. And then she died a few years later. So it's entirely possible that, there were side effects to giving her grapes. I don't know. Let's see if I sit up, I have to move the camera. Also, I had to hunt down my tripod. I didn't know where it was. Like I said, room was a mess. Found my itty bitty tripod committee. Found that one, but that's not big enough. It only goes that far. Lettuce, popcorn. Of course, he watches me eat. That's funny. Not my dog. It's not my problem. That's pretty bad. It is your problem. If you kill someone else's dog, that's your problem. Also, I'm so much closer to the camera now. A little too much hook to it, though. My mutt had yellow Easter candy because just no issues. Yeah, see, sometimes, no problem at all. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, like I said, and the funny thing is, I think mutts, for the most part, when they just have a blend of whatever animal, they can probably survive virtually anything because, like, they've got some weird resistance to all kinds of different things because they're such a blended creature as it is. It's chimera. It's a chimera of dogs. We're just talking random shit tonight at this point. Guys, if you're new here and you're just coming into random dog talk with Shoky, say hi. Otherwise, keep lurking. And you will be added to the list of lurkers. The lurking list. Started with Eric. We got a few extra lurkers last week. But I think it's still primarily Eric that is the lurker. Random food and dog talk. I want pizza. Craving pizza. Not so much. Because, like, you could try to argue that there's, like, different breeds of human, but then that sounds really bad. But I think, like, we don't have nearly as much variance as dogs and cats. Yeah, my dog got a hold of one of our because we also haven't seen. Yes, of course I did. We will talk about it on the podcast. Ow, that fucking hurt. Ricky and I talk about it on the podcast coming up. So yes, of course I saw the end of it. Jan Goza or Jan Goza. Okay, that's the full priapicness of the thing. By the way, I had this. I don't know if I mentioned this. I had this for years before I found out that it could extend. Like no joke, had this for years. Used it like that for years because it wouldn't come up. Like it was just one day I was sitting here messing with it. Like I knew that it had this part which should indicate that something should move. It wouldn't. Then eventually, I guess I just tweaked it just good, and it went. And if there was a tiny gap, I'm like, and I got an extendy. It's a little selfie one. Is what it is. So I took this one that this is on. I know, but you're still mostly a lurker, Eric. It's still your title. You're Eric the Lurker. So this tripod that the phone is currently on, I took on vacation because that way I could also extend it. So like this one can go pretty high. Let's just do the stream like this. You guys way up there, staring at Unicron. That's kind of perilous. That's. No, I don't watch Doctor Who anymore because it's become trash. I know what happened. There we go. Had to shrink it down effectively. I know what happened, and I still don't care. Like they've done so much garbage in the Chibnall Whittaker age that just don't care. Not doing any reactions tonight, dude. That's why it says no reactions tonight in the title. I literally put that there just for you, bud. See a new preview for what? The next Doctor Who? I have no idea. I know that a certain, because I don't want to spoil it for other people in case they do care. I know a certain person is sticking around for a little bit, but yeah. I'm more upset at the fact that we have to wait till 2024 supposedly for the next House of the Dragon season. Nobody's gonna give a shit in 2 years. No one will care about that show in 2 years. That's an eternity in TV time. It's like that they should have been filming the second season right on top of the first one. Because like, how are you gonna hold on to all these actors if you have younger actors like I don't know the little kids that are in the show? Um, yeah, for like the little kids that are still in the show that have to play other people, or the slightly younger actors who have to continue to play, people of a certain age. You can't just freaking wait 2 years to film that shit. You know. By the way, that's kind of sharp. Yeah, 6 months feels like an eternity, but there's at least a gap that can be filled there. I know there's a Jon Snow show in development. No clue what that's going to be. I think what they're going to do with the Jon Snow show is basically give a much more satisfying ending to Game of Thrones via that. And they just supposedly canceled the Corlys Valerian prequel series, which honestly could give a shit less about that one. I mean, there's so much they can do in the world of Game of Thrones. Like, there's plenty of stories they could show, but it's like we kind of want to see more Targaryens and more dragons, more than just people swashbuckling. You know, be more interested on like Long Night. Like the original Long Night story would be a fun one to do. Go way back, thousands of years. Then they could do a whole series on the fall of Valyria. They could do an entire series on conquering Westeros, and that would all be cool. But just giving us like one little snippet of a singular character, about even if he did do cool stuff, it's just like I don't think there's enough there to base an entire show off of. let alone like a 10 episode season. You know, that's like that's kind of stuff you would like put in for like a web short almost. Your seasons of like 10 or so episodes. Shit. Yeah, 26 episodes, like real TV. Like real TV does that. Premium TV hasn't done that in a long time. They started filming for it when COVID hit and the world went crazy last year. They announced they were filming a Hain. They were filming a Hain. Yeah, I mean a lot of shows got delayed by COVID. I'm aware of that, but like movies specifically. But by now, all the production schedules either are back on track or ahead of where they should be. But now the hard part is playing catch up so that like new production is being pushed back so far. I mean, like the Flash movie, despite the fact being done in its entirety, has been pushed back till sometime next year, and they're probably going to push it back further if Ezra Miller keeps getting in trouble. But who knows? They said they're not going to cancel the movie, but they have said he will not play the Flash anymore. So it's like, okay, but now Discovery basically saying, look, we want to eliminate the DCEU, sort of. There's nothing, we want to wipe out the name, but we're also going to put James Gunn in charge of it from now on so that we have a Kevin Feige like person at the helm. And I'm on board with that as long as James Gunn doesn't continue to play this silly, goofy card. You haven't heard about Ezra? No, actually, there was a thing not even 2 weeks ago about settling. Season 12 episodes. On schedule shows all year. Well, I mean, you could also take the other. You could take the other anime schedule that never ends. They just have infinite filler. You know. That's why One Piece has more than 1,000 episodes. But yeah, now what was it? Ezra Miller. They. What was it? Said claimed not guilty in that whole stealing the liquor from that family for whatever reason, and pleaded. This is the word I'm looking for. Pleaded not guilty, but could still be sentenced up to like 26 years just for whatever. It's like, I mean, you pleaded not guilty, but you did do the thing, so whatever. You still got all kinds of pending charges. It is what it is. If he gets his life straightened out, good for him. But if you got to deal with the shit you pulled. 5 new episodes a week all year. Yeah, the insane shooting schedule of that, and 5 episodes a week. That's insane, and it doesn't stop. Not really. Whereas at least most TV shows are, one a week, so I don't have to go too crazy. You're also not shooting it, right then and there. Hell, I used to think that soap operas were live. Also, that word came up funny. Soap operas. Soap opera. Also, did y'all see the thing with Katy Perry and her eye at the concert? Like, what the hell was that? Like, it was just suddenly like she lost like complete control of her eyelid. It's almost similar to the Bell's palsy that guiding light, nice. That Bieber was going through as well. Whether it's actual sickness or reaction to things or just pure stress, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, that was nuts because it looked like it was on purpose, and then she's like manually trying to get her eyelid to come up. It's just like, oh, that ain't normal. Yeah, All My Children, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives. Those are the ones I watched back in the day. Yeah, it looked like she was just playing around. Yeah, it's weird. We might talk about that on the podcast. We'll see. Um, we talk about little spoilers because Ricky came back. Mike went back to normal schedule, and Ricky came in because he wasn't there for the previous episode. So we caught up on all the TV shows that we hadn't been able to talk about, like She-Hulk and stuff like that. And I had certain thoughts on the way She-Hulk ended. Like, actually, I'm gonna make a video about it because it just feels like there's a conversation that needs to happen, and I think certain people aren't willing to hear that conversation. So I was gonna have it on the podcast, and I realized no, because I don't want this to be a fight. I want to be able to get my thoughts out. I blame soaps on my now trash taste in TV. I watched way too much of that crap. My mom, yeah. I blame Scrubs because I would watch Scrubs for perpetuity over and over. I always thought it was funny that some TV shows, when running in reruns, would only get to a certain point and then it would start over. It's like, there's stuff after that, right? It's like my dad would watch soaps, or maybe he just had them on, like just as something, because he would be waiting for, like, my dad would watch like the midday news, and then eventually watch Jeopardy. Jeopardy would come on at what, 4, something like that, 4 o'clock, 4:30, something like that. And then like they would watch have the evening news on for dinner, and then after dinner we'd watch um, Wheel of Fortune and stuff before actual TV came out. Okay, I found out again that I have old ears. I really don't like the new Taylor Swift nor the new Adele videos. Have not seen. I just saw that Adele dropped a new one, so I will watch it or listen to it. I heard some weird shit about the new Taylor Swift video and blah 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 blah. Identity politics. Um, I don't know. It's just so stupid. I feel like people just need to shut the fuck up at this point. It's like, it's stupid. Stop arguing about everything. Let's see. I was my mom's human VCR before there were VCRs for her soaps. That's interesting. Also, being a wrestling fan almost all my life, that could be a factor in my taste for TV. Could do. Could do. Because I would watch WWF, WCW, and I think... What was the other one back in the day? There were 3. I know now there's more. Like, and I know AEW is like blown up, like bigger than anything else. Like, almost nobody gives a shit about WCW anymore. Uh, oh wow. But yeah, I kept up with WWF and WCW for like a couple of years in high school. We would watch Monday Night Raw, and then we'd watch Thursday night was the other thing I can't remember. Oh my god, it was thing that was always on this big name. Wow, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on this. Either way, so I'd go to my friend's house on Thursday nights and Monday nights, and we'd watch wrestling, and then have to run home, like really like haul ass home, uh, because I had school the next day, in case it went long. Wouldn't watch it at home because even though I have my own TV, it's more fun to watch with others. So his family was like super into the wrestling stuff, so we'd watch all that stuff. What is the wrestling called nowadays? I don't know. WWE is still around. People just don't like it as much. AEW has gotten bigger. A lot of the other side things have gotten bigger. Mad Dog VizCon. Nope, not that. There's just like, I mean, ever since the rise of UFC and like real proper fighting and stuff like that, like people just have to completely acknowledge the truth about wrestling. It took a long time for a lot of people to realize it was fake, you know. And it was funny, one of the podcasts I listened to, being Nerd Rage Radio, one of the co-hosts on that show was in the wrestling lifestyle, and was in the promotion as well back in the day, and he keeps up with it actively now. So, it's interesting to hear the old stories from like when he was wrestling way back in the day. And mind you, like super local kind of promotional stuff. But it's just funny to hear that kind of stuff because he's a big old dude. Also, if you're into nerdy stuff, ECW, that's the one I couldn't think of. Thank you. Extreme. I mean, it was fun for a while. I followed the stories, all that kind of stuff. You know, when the Rock was on the incline, you know, he's coming up in that stuff. You know, Triple H was really coming out with Degeneration X, all that kind of stuff. You know, that was the era that I was watching. You know, NWO was like kind of fizzling out. You know, some people were going back and forth between WCW before it just sort of most people ended up just on WWF as it was. You know, it was one of those things. You know, it was definitely fun. It was definitely fun. We played games and stuff like that too. We would wrestle during parties. Nice, just a nice little takedown. I mean, why not? I mean, it's your friends. You should be able to just throw them around. You know, especially the trampoline or you know, if you lay down a whole bunch of like blankets, something soft enough on the living room floor, and you know, you just beat each other up. That's what you have to do. Good old days. Or in the pool, because you could get less hurt in the pool. You know, do a bookend or a rock bottom to somebody in the pool and just like slam them into the water. That was always fun. Always loved when people had virtually the exact same move as someone else, and then they would call them on it, and they'd fight over whose move it was. Have a class of 8 to 11 2-year olds. That's too many. That's way too many 2-year olds. Unless I said not. Yes, that's 2-year olds. Okay. I want to make sure that wasn't 12-year olds, which would make sense. 2-year olds, that's a lot of kids who'd like slam each other around. I have a class of 2-year olds. I'm very confused. It's like, that's not really a class of 2-year olds, is it? Was that a typo? Was that meant to be 12 and you just typed 2? I'm confused now. Oh, what did I watch? What did I watch earlier that was interesting? I fell asleep this afternoon while I was watching stuff and kind of forgot what I was watching. Damn. All I know is like there's almost nothing that interests me on. Ah, I got you. It's not a class, but either way, I feel like Netflix doesn't have much to offer right now. It's weird. It's like I find myself drawn to Amazon, Hulu, and even HBO more than Netflix right now. But the wifey continually watches Netflix, so yeah, it is what it is. I think TPP daughters aren't much different. Yeah. Every time you type TPP, I don't know what the hell you're saying. Then I realize you're talking to Trisha. See you next week. You're not gonna be here tomorrow, Eric. We got the Halloween special. Friday Night Frights. Or whatever the fuck I'm gonna put. Home Fright Day. We're probably not gonna do much home free unless Home Free drops the Halloween song tomorrow. We're probably not gonna have much home free tomorrow. It'll just be the Halloween special. Because I don't want to wait till Monday. Monday is such a busy day, anyways. Well, now I'm actively calling it Moon Day. Monday is such a busy day as it is. It's kind of hard to actually get shit together. Oklahoma, we can only have 8 with one teacher. Down there in Texas, I could have 11 all by myself. It's too many. It's just too many. There shouldn't be that many in one room. It's just too many. It should be like 2 8 to 11-year olds, not 8 to 11 2-year olds. That's just my opinion. We know what that's worth. Approximately $250. Oh, with inflation, it's actually $150. Shit. Attitude Era. Thank you. Yes. That was like in the back of my mind. I just couldn't think of it. Yeah, unless they plan on surprising us, which I don't think they'll do. They're being all serious and whatnot right now. So long, E. Goodbye, Eric. We shall see you in the future. My buddy's sending me stuff, and I can't look at it right now. No, we'll be at Home Free Concert tomorrow night. Damn! Why has everybody got to be at Home Free Concerts? That's not me. Someone, excuse me. Someone take me to a Home Free Concert. I want to go. I'm a rebel. I still watch ABC, NBC, CBS, and CTV Network TV. I mean, we used to before we moved, and I said, yeah, I'm not paying for TV anymore because it's stupid. Down here it is. I would, but I don't have money, Denise. Actually, that's true because we're behind since vacation. I got to pay out the credit card bill from vacation, so that means like, and I gotta get all the money back in the bank because spent it on vacation. Didn't get paid last week, so get paid tomorrow. So gotta pay all the catch up and groceries, all that kind of stuff. I'll just watch whatever I can find on my laptop. Whatever you can find. Like, stuff will just arrive on your laptop. You don't know what it is. We've always said that people who come up with the staff/child ratios have obviously never actually worked in a room. Yep. I mean, I was in daycare when I was young. I remember it. Ow, son of a... Sharp corners. I was in daycare because both my parents worked, so I was in daycare as a kid until kindergarten. But then I'll go back to daycare once school was over, and I'd get picked up by whichever parent at like what felt like 5 o'clock, but I'm fairly certain it was probably closer to like 3. I don't know. I couldn't tell time then. I was too young. But like through the ages of like probably like 2 to at least 4, if I had to guess. Yeah. No. Hold on. Let me think about this. Because we moved out here when I was like 6. But I don't remember being in daycare that long. But I never rode the bus home or anything. I think I just went back to daycare and then whichever parent would pick me up at that point. See, now my math is weird. Now I gotta wonder how long I was in daycare. Thanks for bringing it up. I'm just kidding. Supposed to meet Pappy D and some other fries there. Interesting. I don't know who Pappy D is, to be honest. I know you guys. And, like, it would be cool to go. Like, honestly, it would be really cool to go. Just, I don't think I can make it happen. I mean, I figured that part. We used to take naps in junior kindergarten, but not in senior. How are you dividing kindergarten into multiple segments? Kindergarten is just kindergarten. And yeah, we would take naps too. I remember that. We'd basically all have like a little cot in the gym on the gym floor, and we'd all just whatever. I was like, which I never thought about how weird that kind of is. They just had like 50 kids just go to sleep in a huge room. I remember those. It was those really hard plastic cots that you like work into, And I hated that. We had bad smelling blankets too. I don't know what the hell. I remember, I was not that good at napping in those things. I think those cots were. I think they were white. I'm thinking about these weird things coming up. But like at daycare, I don't think we napped. I think we just napped at kindergarten. I mean, we must have. So they're all day. So there must have been nap time at some point. Literally never divided that. We have pre-K, which I guess is what you would consider junior kindergarten. So we have pre-K, and then we have kindergarten, and then we have first grade. So that's just what we do. At least that's what we do here. Now, I was never in pre-K, so I just did daycare, which I guess in a way made up for it. Because I mean, they weren't just babysitting us all day. We learned stuff at daycare. You walked home with friends at 5 years old. I definitely couldn't have because I couldn't tell you where the hell I lived comparatively to where I went to school. My parents drove everywhere. I couldn't even. I remember the name of my school, like my first school, but I have no idea where it was. If that makes sense. Molded plastic cots. Yeah, it was weird. It was like almost like a sarcophagus for little kids. It was just like, and they were hard as hell. I remember that. That's like That's like core memory nonsense right there. But I feel like they had green ones at some point too. Maybe the blankets were green and the cots were white. I just remember those were bad. Also, the word cot just sounds strange. You know, there were other cots, but they were more like the mats, like the foam kind of mats. You know, the gym mats. Those were better, at least for me. You know, I didn't like the feeling of being squished into the thing. Not that I feel like I was too big for it or anything like that, but like maybe that's where part of my claustrophobia comes from. You know, I have a tinge of claustrophobia, but it's usually only when I know I can't get out of a situation. It's like if it's a tight thing and I know I have an easy way out, I don't really get claustrophobic. But if I'm in a tight situation, literally, and I don't know if I have a way out, that's when I'll freak out personally. There, you know my weakness now. Don't exploit it. You found the weakness in my superpowers. You know. Oh no. But I do think I'm going to call it a night as well. Go to bed. You know, spend a little more time with the wifey. Hold on. Place I've ever worked, I've had mats or standard woven mesh ones. Yeah. Never lived anywhere I could walk home from school close to campus. Second grade. Walk home from an apartment complex far in school. Still there, built in 1913. Had those high ceilings, old buildings, boys' entrance and girls' entrance. That's crazy. Like, I could probably look up my school, but I have a feeling it's probably not there anymore. And I can kind of remember it too. Like, I remember the walkway going up to it. I remember the old swing sets that seemed like they were a million miles high. You know, because being a little kid, everything looks really tall. So I might look into it, just see. Because earlier this year I discovered the house I grew up in. Um, that's crazy. Yeah, I almost read your comment with what I was about to say. It's like, so I went and found my childhood home because I knew where it was and I knew the street it was. So I just had to figure, and I was already all the way down there. Like, legitimately, like when I went to go pick up the car parts for to fix my car, I figured out where I was. I was like, wait a minute. I've got to be like less than 20 minutes from my childhood home. And I looked at it and I'm like, okay. And I looked, you know, I asked my mom for the address. Like, she couldn't 100% remember. She remembered the street, and there was that. And it really changed like since then. But like, and the house wasn't the same color. All kinds of crazy stuff. My elementary school is still there. Been added on to. The playground's been reduced. Yeah, that's stupid. Go make some chocolate chunk cookies. I want those. All right, guys. So I'm going to bed. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for our uh, Halloween Friday special. No home free specific stuff tomorrow. Just all cool Halloween goodness. And I know everybody else is putting a Halloween song, so we'll see what it is. I am not. I got nothing to put on. Sorry. Too much effort. Let's be honest here. So yeah, I'll dress up as a YouTuber. Who cares? I'll dress up as a fake YouTuber. That's what we'll do. Yeah. All right. See y'all later. Remember, as always, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be loud. I always forget how to turn this off on my phone. I think it's this button. Yes, it's that button.